Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 times DC characters went beast mode. We'll only focus on live action movies, and we'll include some spoilers.
It's about what you believe.
Number 10, Batman fights Riddler's goons, the Batman.
I will already be unmasked. The pigs will have me in their custody, but that's okay. Because then, it will be your turn.
In a race to save the newly elected mayor and thwart the Riddler's plans to attack Gotham City, Batman took on multiple armed goons above a stadium. The fight showed off Batman's physical prowess and his cunning mind. Throughout the fight, he took down goons in truly inventive ways. But the Dark Knight rose to a new level when he injected himself with a mysterious substance. Whatever that liquid was, it definitely did the trick. We watch as a beastly Batman pummeled the absolute crud out of a henchman. Even the unflappable Catwoman got a little scared in the process. The fight showed Batman could be an embodiment of vengeance.
Vengeance won't change the past. Mine or anyone else's. I have to become more.
Number 9, Harley's Prison Break, the Suicide Squad. You can't expect someone like Harley Quinn to be locked up so easily. While being held captive in the Suicide Squad, Rick Flag and his crew of felons hatch an elaborate plan to rescue her.
We'll enter through the 3rd floor, go into the inner staircase, and then down to the cellar where they usually keep their detainees. Hopefully Harley's still alive.
Unbeknownst to them, Harley already had it covered. She pretended to be knocked out so she could attack a guard. After borrowing his keys, Harley mowed down every enemy in her way.
Everywhere I go, people know the bar.
Her ultra-stylized and ultra-violent escape felt like something out of a John Wick flick. Just like the action hero, Harley showed absolutely no mercy. Outside of all the dead guards, the only people disappointed by her escape were the squad members that came to rescue her.
You were gonna save me?
It was a really good plan, too.
Well, I can go back inside and you can still do it.
That's patronizing.
Number 8, Ozymandias fights Night Owl and Rorschach. Watchmen.
Gentlemen, welcome.
Adrian, we know everything.
Then what's there to discuss, Dan?
Plenty.
While we know Ozymandias was the world's smartest man, we didn't expect him to be one of Earth's best fighters too. But his martial arts skills became clear when he faced off against Night Owl and Rorschach. When they learned of Ozymandias' plan to bomb major cities in order to unite the world, they were enraged by the betrayal.
We were supposed to make the world a better place.
Dan, that's exactly what I am doing.
Nuclear war, human extinction.
Their attempt to bring him became a truly futile exercise. Ozymandias was a force of nature that the other two heroes barely managed to touch. Although Night Owl and Rorschach respectively could handle multiple goons, their former ally was way too much for them. And even if they had managed the impossible task of beating Ozymandias, they still would have lost the day.
I'm not a comic book villain. Do you seriously think I'd explain my masterstroke to you if there were even the slightest possibility you could affect the outcome?
Number 7, defeating General Zod, Man of Steel.
You think you can threaten my mother?
In Man of Steel, viewers got to see Superman don the cape to fight the invading forces of General Zod and his Kryptonian army. This version of the Man of Steel didn't have a ton of experience fighting alien enemies, but Superman is still able to keep up with seasoned Kryptonian warriors with his pure power and determination. Additionally, he's able to push past his limits to destroy a machine that threatened the world. Superman's impressive performance led to an infamous display of power. When Zod was on the ropes, the villain tried executing a family with heat vision.
Never.
Superman permanently stopped the general with a beast mode neck snap. While this moment was divisive, it unquestionably showed how powerful the Man of Steel was.
Look, I'm here to help, but it has to be on my own terms.
Number 6. Bane breaks the bat. The Dark Knight Rises.
Peace has cost you your strength. Victory has defeated you.
Few villains are able to break Batman physically or mentally. Bane arguably did both in The Dark Knight Rises. When Batman tries to get the drop on the villain, he's lured into a trap and forced to fight the big bad head on. He and Bane have an ugly slugfest. While we all want to side with Batman, it quickly became clear that he wasn't winning this fight. Bane pounces on Bruce like a wild animal.
Ah, yes. I was wondering what would break first.
And to conclude the fight, the big bad villain breaks the Bat's back. Bane seemingly cements his victory forever by leaving Bruce stranded in a prison pit in the middle of nowhere. For a terrifying moment, it looked like the animalistic Bane had permanently clipped the Bat's wings.
Then you have my permission to die.
Number 5. The Flash travels back in time. Zack Snyder's Justice League. When the Justice League tried to stop Steppenwolf and the much larger threat of Darkseid, their time ultimately ran out.
It's too late.
Everything would have certainly been lost if not for the Flash. The speedster decided to ignore the laws of space and time and used his skills to turn back the clock.
Just gotta go faster than the speed of light, far beyond the speed of light. Gotta break the rule, Barry, and you gotta do it now.
We admit that Superman was the first to pull this impressive feat when he managed to turn back time in the 1970s. However, Barry deserves extra credit because he had just recovered from an injury before starting his run. There's a reason this scene won fan favorite movie moment at the Oscars. Barry showed what happens when a true underdog goes beast mode.
Your kid was one of them, Dad. One of the best of the best.
Number 4. Black Adam walks through the JSA. Black Adam.
I was a slave until I died. Then I was reborn a god. I kneel before no one.
Although Black Adam didn't quite change the hierarchy of the DC universe, he did a pretty good job fighting heroes. When the Justice Society of America was asked to neutralize the Man in Black, the team arrived with some truly heavy hitters. But not even powerhouses like Dr. Fate or Hawkman could keep Black Adam down. No matter what the heroes dished out, the Man in Black was always able to take the hits and keep on going. The best moment for him came when he was temporarily subdued by Atom Smasher.
You want me to keep my hand here, right?
You better not let him up.
What do I do?
Before the JSA could celebrate, Black Adam ascended to a new plane of power and broke out. The heroes were wise to team up with the Man in Black by the end. Number 3. Wonder Woman walks through no man's land. Wonder Woman.
This is not something you can cross. It's not possible.
So what? So we do nothing?
No, we are doing something. We can't save everyone in this war.
During a heated World War I firefight, Wonder Woman decides to cross the dangerous no man's land section of a battlefield. Although her allies protested, she refused to be stopped. The enemy forces tried to strike her down with a hell of gunfire. However, Wonder Woman demonstrated her divine skills by deflecting bullets with her bracelets.
She's taking all the fire. Let's go!
When they concentrated their fire, she held back an army's worth of ammo with her shield alone. And did we mention that her No Man's Showcase was just her warm-up for another battle? This iconic sequence still stands as a defining pop culture moment that established that Wonder Woman is a force to be reckoned with. Number 2. Superman fights the Justice League. Zack Snyder's Justice League.
He's confused. He doesn't know who he is. Arthur, we need to restrain him.
Getting resurrected can have some side effects. After Superman's untimely death, the Justice League brought Superman back to life. When they did, they thought they could finally breathe. But Superman was feeling extra grumpy after being woken up from his dirt nap and faced off against the League. While a regular Man of Steel is intimidating, a pissed off Kryptonian is absolutely terrifying. The Man of Steel was able to fight off 5 of the world's strongest heroes without breaking a sweat.
Kal-El, the last son of Krypton. Remember who you are.
He even kept up with the Flash while the speedster was going all out. Thankfully, Superman was reminded of who he was and stopped hurting the heroes. He went on to utterly embarrass the supremely powerful Steppenwolf in a hilariously one-sided fight. Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions. Terrifying the henchman at the docks, Batman Begins. Batman's swift takedown made quite the impression.
Where are you?
Here. Dr. Fate fights Sabbac and frees Black Adam. Black Adam. This hero had serious magical tricks hidden up his sleeves.
I am Dr. Fate, sorcerer, agent of the Lords of Order, defender against darkness and chaos. But even my powers cannot defeat you.
The Suicide Squad stops Starro, the Suicide Squad. While the entire team went beast mode, the Rats deserve a special shout out.
Oh, hell.
The Canary Cry, Birds of Prey. Dinah Lance shattered eardrums and expectations.
Told you she had a killer voice.
Chasing the Joker, The Dark Knight. Batman didn't let anything stop him from catching the clown.
Now there's a Batman.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1, Batman Saves Martha. Batman vs. Superman, Dawn of Justice.
Wait. I'll make you a promise. Martha won't die tonight.
Batman v Superman's brutal version of The Dark Knight divided fans. But every moviegoer agreed that one scene was worth cheering for. When Batman was tasked with rescuing Martha Kent, he ran into a warehouse full of Luthor's goons. From start to finish, this was an action-packed sequence that featured Batman laying into the henchmen. He tore through them with his fist and a few gadgets. And since this Dark Knight didn't mind killing, a few enemies didn't walk away from this fight. Speaking of which, Batman blew us away with how he dealt with a man wielding a flamethrower.
Believe me, I'll do it!
I believe you.
This Dark Knight wasn't the one anyone expected. However, he was the one we needed to provide this legendary beast mode scene.
Whatever you do, wherever you go, I'm watching you.
Which DC hero made going beast mode look easy? Let us know in the comments down below.
No, impressed.
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.